Here's another real delicious pickle. Pickled onions. These make a real nice relish or a side for meat, or spread over hot dogs, or just picked up and eaten with a fork as like you would a pickle. But basically, another one of my ferments, onions and a brine solution in an airtight container or a vented airtight container. We'll look at that in a minute. But basically, a real simple recipe. Just gonna basically French cut all these onions and make them into nice strips, and then we'll cover them with brine. So the cut for the onion is cut the onion in half, cut off the top, and root it at a diagonal. You usually just pop the dried out off the top, and then you just kind of work around the onion until you get these nice strips. It's a Frenched onion. They don't have to be perfect, but and go through all of your onions. At this point, once you've got all your onions chopped, I like to wash my knife and my board. I'm just crying and sniffling, and it's awful. So clean up your area, get rid of the smell. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know the recipe here. 2 quarts of warm water, 3 tablespoons of sea salt. You can go a little saltier if you prefer. We don't use a lot of salt, so I found that 3 tablespoons per 2 quarts of water really is the bare minimum. The salt extracts a lot of water out of the vegetables and retains their crunch, and also prevents mold from forming. So you need some salt in the mix, but you'll want to find your own level. I think 3 tablespoons to 2 quarts of water is a good mix. Next thing we want to do is weight this down. Any vegetable that's touching that has air contact is going to rot. It's going to be soggy, nasty. It'll ferment, but it won't be delicious. So we got to get all this stuff down below the surface of the brine and keep it there. So let's get a couple of weights. These work really nice. These are just big chunks of melted glass. These will fit inside a wide mouth mason jar, or if you're using a flip top jar like I am, you can use more than one. But if you're clever, you can kind of get once you've got all the vegetables underneath the surface of the water, you can just skim off the couple of extras that float up. Seal the jar. And then through this is a pre-drilled glass lid for this jar with a silicone grommet on it. You add an airlock, the air can bubble out, but the air can't get back in. So this is going to generate carbon dioxide as it ferments. And this chamber will fill with carbon dioxide, which will prevent the mold and rot from forming. And then the airlock will prevent any of the oxygen from getting into the jar. So this is ready. Let this sit for about 3 days to about a week, and then we'll give these a taste. But we'll take a look at them now, and then we can look at them again in a couple of days' time, and we'll see the difference. Alright, here's my onions the next day. They're doing good. I'm getting a little bit of pressure here. This is bubbling slowly. And this is a little cloudy, but that doesn't bother me. That'll actually turn quite cloudy. But I'm not too concerned. The pickles are looking good so far. Check in a couple of days. And here's the finished product. I put these in a jar when I put them in the fridge. Let your pickles ferment on the countertop. Taste them after 3 or 4 days, and you'll find that they're still going to be a little sour. They're going to be a little oniony. They're not going to be delicious. Taste them again in a couple of days, and you'll find that eventually they'll turn into pickle. They'll get a nice flavor to them. They'll get a nice ferment to them, and once you have your pickled onions add a sourness that you like, put the whole thing in the refrigerator. The refrigerator will slow down the fermentation and give you control over how sour your pickles are going to be. And that's fermented onions. Comment if you'd like to see me ferment some other vegetables. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.